The Yorkshire Coastcast with Paddy. Loving life in Yorkshire. The people, the places.
Hello and welcome to episode 37.
This is the Coast.
Coming up, we are on Castle Road in Scarborough, speaking to the people behind a brand new bar called Tamby's, which opens this weekend. And the Scarborough Christmas Toy Appeal is launched. And also, we'll be finding out how Scarborough Streets will be back thanks to a load of funding coming in as the Stephen Joseph Theatre team up with Scarborough Fair. All that and more coming up on episode 37 of the Yorkshire Coastcast. We'll also have a look at some of the events that are on during half-term week as we get ready for Halloween by the sea. As always, thank you for listening to the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast. You can get us wherever you get your podcasts from. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and always at thisisthecoast.co.uk/podcasts. Right, we'll start with Tamby's. It's a brand new bar and it opens this Saturday night on Castle Road in Scarborough. And if you're into snooker, well, this is something fairly unique for Scarborough, as I discovered when I popped in for a sneak peek. In a moment, you'll hear from Chantel and Steve, but first, here's Tamby himself.
I've created a snooker place whereby all the people in Scarborough can enjoy, and also created a bar so that way they can have access to the bar as well as the snooker. And then if they have a family, the family is not restricted. The family has got an area where they can come and sit and watch whoever is playing and enjoy it as well.
Standing up here, what you have created is a great visual area, haven't you? Big windows, even a floor window as well. So great for anyone up here to watch the action.
Yes, it's a mezzanine that we had to change the roof as well and raise the roof so that there's plenty of headrooms. So we've done it in such a way so that it accommodates not only adult but children as well, and they can still watch the snooker wherever they are.
Next, I chat with Steve, big on snooker in the area, and he says this really is something very, very special for Scarborough.
This is like unique to Scarborough, really. I mean, there's never been a place where you can watch snooker from a bird's eye view. And we have an internal league that we've already started with 10 teams who play over 3 nights, Monday to Wednesday, weekly. We have summer competitions on. We even organise Easter Cups, Boxing Day competitions, summer competitions. And then we have an end of season presentation evening with top raffle prizes and vouchers. So, yeah, that's what we've brought to Tamby's. But also it's for people to come in and just give it a go. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, we encourage youngsters, we encourage anybody, really, to come through, speak to me, Tamby, or a colleague who deals as well with snooker, Steve Wilson. We run it together, and there's tuition available if people want it. And we were encouraging young guys and girls to come through the door, and hopefully we can get them interested in snooker.
Now, these snooker tables look absolutely fantastic. I have no idea how they managed to get them into the building and down the stairs.
The reason why I bought the brand new table so that we don't have any hiccups at all. And it was quite difficult because I had to phone Riley directly and liaise with them. And so we got 3 brand new tables. One of them is made just like the Crucible. So like the professional will be playing, that's exactly the table that whoever wants to come and play can play on it. And also we've also got the back door. That's how they actually came in, and it weighs tons to be able to move it. And also we've got the special lights, and we have had advice from professional snooker players who's advised us with regards to what type of light, the best quality of light we need, and that's the one we bought. So everything is brand new.
Because stood up here, it does look a little bit like you're watching snooker at the Crucible on the telly. You know, You've got that elevated position and the lighting and everything, yeah. Yeah,
so we have, like Steve just said, we are holding a competition whereby everybody is welcome to join. Once the first 3 that's going to come, that succeed in that competition will play the professional that we're going to invite, which is I think in Easter,
sort of like towards the end of next, maybe middle of the year when the league's over and we've gone But yeah, we'll have a professional player coming to Tamby's. We're not sure who it is yet, but he'll be coming to town. So that'd be
but
great.
it will be on the match table. Hence the reason why you have glass everywhere, so we can cater for as many people as possible. So when we do have that competition with the 3 winners, then the public is all invited to watch it. They can watch it from up here, from the mezzanine.
So if you're into snooker, you've definitely got to try this place out. It is a fantastic space, but it is also a bar as well. Here's Chantel.
I am Tamby's daughter, so upstairs is more for the snooker's wives, because sometimes you don't want to sit for hours and watch snooker. So I'm going to be the one hosting events up here. You can have a cocktail hour, where people can sit, be comfortable, enjoy themselves without getting too bored waiting for their partners to hurry up and finish their games. So that's what this upstairs area is for. Just a bit of fun, entertainment for the ladies as well, so they're not left out.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a big area, isn't it? So we're upstairs here, but of course, the downstairs area, what's that going to be like?
That is open to people to come in, really. I mean, we've got space. We're going to put everything out, so it's all structured. So there's comfortable seating. There's little nooks. So if you want to have a private time and have a drink on your own, you can. If you want to come upstairs, you can come and have a social drink. We're trying to make it so that everyone feels welcome.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. It's a community. We're doing it as a community, and that's the real vibe that we're going for. So.
Yeah, and opening on Saturday night, yeah?
Yeah. Come on down.
I love playing snooker, and I felt that everything that has been bought is making sure that we have the best, so that whoever comes and play, then they can actually play with comfort and enjoy the table well. And if they don't score high, then at least they can't blame the table, they can blame themselves.
and for someone like me who is thinking, I'd love to play. I've played very small snooker, and a bit of pool like a lot of people. I can come in and I don't need to know exactly the best techniques, because you guys are here I can speak to, can't I?
You can come and speak to us, and like I say, if you want some tuition, or even if you want to pop in, we can take you through and show you the way forward, and hopefully you'll take up snooker and keep coming back.
It's always nice when people are ambitious and bold and just trying to bring something new to the area and to the town, and hopefully people will appreciate the efforts that you've gone to and use it well.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. And that was Tamby, Steve and Chantel. And Tamby's opens this Saturday, the 25th of October, on Castle Road, near to the roundabout at the junction of St Thomas Street and North Marine Road. It really is fantastic what they've done, and I do wish them all the best. I hope it's a massive success for them.
The Yorkshire Coastcast. Loving life in Yorkshire.
Now, this week, the Rotary Club of Scarborough launched their Christmas toy appeal for 2025. And I don't know whether you realise just how big this is. It is huge. And it's been going for the last 14 years. But this year, they want to make it a record breaker. And This Is the Coast is fully behind it this year as well. So I popped along to a very noisy Fallsgrave Road in Scarborough, outside Peace of Mind Financial Solutions. That's the business that is run by Nigel Wood. And when he was the president of the Rotary Club of Scarborough 14 years ago, he created the toy appeal, and it has gone on to get bigger and bigger and bigger every single year. So a load of people who are involved in the toy appeal now gathered for a photo and a chat.
Hi, I'm Sharon Tate and I am from Scarborough Rugby Club.
Why are you supporting this appeal?
I just think it's so important. We're really lucky at the club and we've got so many members and we look after 450 children up there playing rugby, but there's a lot of families that don't have that love and care and don't get those gifts at Christmas, and if we can play a small part in that from our members and our teams that come through the door every day, then I'm happy to facilitate that.
And it's always a huge thing, isn't it, every year? I mean, the amount of gifts that get donated is incredible.
Yeah, it's massive. I started at the club 4 years ago and it's just grown every year since I've been involved in it, and as you come through the doors and you can see the tables just laden with gifts, as we get nearer to the collection date, it just inspires other people to join in and help us out. So yeah, brilliant.
Thank you.
Richard Dean, President of Scarborough Rotary Club, and Nigel, the organiser, is one of our members. It's great to be involved with him.
It's an incredible appeal, isn't it? And every year you're blown away by the generosity of the local area, and I'm sure it'll be much the same this year.
Absolutely. We're trying to get other Rotary clubs involved as well, so it can, sky's the limit all over. But hopefully 40,000 toys this year and 4,000 families. Oh, it just brings tears to your eyes.
And it's quite a task, isn't it, to obviously get all of these gifts donated into various little locations, but then to get them to the people that need it for Christmas. That is quite a thing, isn't it?
It's a logistical nightmare, but the volunteers we have, the minibuses we have, the vans to collect all the toys, it's incredible.
My name's Anne Brand. I work for St Cecilia's Care Group. We support with all the logistics for picking up all the toys and also delivering them to the food banks and where they need to be.
It's quite a task, that, isn't it?
It is. We're really lucky we've got a facilities team that support with that. So I think we've got about 3 vans and about 7 or 8 staff that will be available supporting this year.
But actually at that end of it, where you're delivering the gifts to people, that must feel so, heartwarming for you.
It really does, and I think sometimes it's a surprise that the food banks, they're expecting things, or the people are expecting things, but maybe not expecting what they get or the quantity of what they get as well.
Yeah, and it all gets done actually quite quickly, considering the amount of gifts, thousands of them. I mean, are you out just for the day or something?
Yeah, it would be all day. So we had a pre-meeting last week, so we plan it and put our routes together, and then we're available for Nigel kind of all day on the Friday, the Sunday, and then on the Monday, and by that point everything, end of Monday, all done, delivered.
Great. And obviously St Cecilia is really big in caring the community, but you're sort of delivering gifts, aren't you, to people who are at the other end of life, I suppose, aren't you? Some of the children, some of the families.
It is, and I think one of our values and our mission is like community integration, and that's where we really see ourselves, and whether that's supporting older people, but we also like to support our own families as well.
My name's Nicole and I work for Asquith Accountants in Scarborough and Whitby.
So what's made you get involved in this toy appeal?
We've done it for the last few years now, and it's something we're quite passionate about. We like to get involved in the community and just support local charities and give something back, really.
So can people donate gifts at your place, basically?
We're not an official drop-off point, but we'd be more than happy if people were to drop things off to get them to the right place.
But obviously you're behind it. So in what ways are you involved in the appeal then?
So we've donated quite a lot of toys this year, and we're happy to drop off for other people, but we've made a donation ourselves this year, and we did the same last year as well.
Yeah, and how many? Is it gifts or is it vouchers? How does it work?
We've done gifts this year, so we tried to do a variety. So we've given some selection boxes, some kids' toys, and then some games sort of for the older children as well, because it's nice to sort of give a variety and make sure everyone gets something this year. Yeah,
that's the tricky thing, isn't it? When people buy gifts to give, they're sometimes they can just get the same sort of stuff. So it's important, isn't it, to have a variety for the different ages and all that?
Yeah, definitely. So when I was speaking to Nigel, he sort of gave us a list of things that we could donate, and the thing that shocked me was the sort of age range of the children being right up to sort of 25 years old. So last year we donated clothing, sort of the older ones, but we've done a bit more of a range this year, just so everyone's got something to have at Christmas.
Great. It must feel so good as well once those gifts have gone out. I mean, what a special feeling you must get just before Christmas when those thousands of gifts have gone out to people that otherwise would maybe get nothing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, I've got kids myself, and the joy of watching them on Christmas morning, it's nice to know that you've contributed to other families being able to have that as well, that maybe wouldn't have without the support of local businesses.
So my name is Jeff Oscarthorpe, and I jointly run Yorkshire Coast Connections on Folesgrave, our new business hub on Folesgrave.
Right, a very short walk for you for the photo shoot here.
Yes.
Next door.
Yes. It was took a lot of energy to get through around, but we're just very pleased to try and support things like this. We've known Nigel for a long time, and we've done a lot of work with my previous employers. But so the hub's going to be supporting anyone that's got any toys that want to bring down to only next door, so you can drop that peace of mind. But if no one's in and you want to drop down at the hub as well, then please feel free to drop down there, and we'll be supporting and donating as many toys as we can get.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how you were going to get involved. So are you actually going to go out and buy some, or will it be vouchers that you give to them to get them themselves?
A bit of both. We'll be getting some. We'll be buying some toys. There'll be some toys. We're going to get some of the people that are in the hub, because we've got lots of different businesses and people that are going to be using it as well. So we'll be encouraging them to donate. And if it's not toys, as I say, vouchers or selection boxes, anything that might bring a little bit of joy to the young kids at Christmas.
I'm James Cliff, and I'm a group manager for No Wrong Door in North Yorkshire Council.
Okay, so the toy appeal is huge, isn't it? What makes you be involved in this toy appeal each year?
So 14 years ago, Nigel approached me at the time, working for the local authority, to say, look, how can we help at Christmas for families who are struggling? I've got this idea about a toy collection, etc. So it really started from there. You know, will you get on board? Of course. And then every year since, we've done that, and it's just got bigger and bigger each year. So it's a really marvellous thing, and it's a true testament to the drive and the hard work of Nigel and everyone else around him.
And just describe that feeling when once those presents have gone out, and you know that so many children and families up and down the Yorkshire Coast that might genuinely otherwise have got nothing are going to be getting some really nice stuff on Christmas Day. How does that feel for you?
Oh, it's an amazing feeling. You know, again, it just shows you that despite all the challenges we have in society, community still stands up, and our community in Scarborough and the surrounding area in the borough is phenomenal. Every year it gets bigger and bigger when things are getting tighter and tighter, and I think that's true testament to the wonderful people we have here in the borough, and it is truly heartwarming because, you know, obviously working in the social care environment, there's, you know, we see firsthand the challenges out there, and some families are having it really, really tough. So this sort of helping hand and leg up at Christmas is just marvellous, and it allows families to celebrate together rather than probably just have another day of really worrying about money and whether you can have heating or food, etc. And really gifts are probably going to come a third to that. So if we can help out with that bit, it just brings that all together for them.
Cheers and well done.
Hi, I'm Nigel Wood. I own Peace of Mind on Fallsgrave. It was sort of my in a week moment. 14 years. Well, it wasn't a week moment. 14 years ago, when I was Rotary President, Paddy, the first time, 90th anniversary, I just said let's do something different that's going to have some impact in the community. And it was born. 3 businesses, one of which was mine, used it as their Christmas project. 390 toys, and it's grown to what it was last year, 53 businesses, 35,000 toys, looking after 3,500 families. It's now huge, and it's great, and it's growing. It's got to grow, because sadly the need is growing. So I'm just a facilitator to make it happen.
I can see how proud you are of what you have achieved together, but I could also see how you were thanking everybody who's come for the photo shoot this morning, the big picture of everyone together. You're so grateful, aren't you, for the support from all these different businesses up and down the coast, the community?
Yeah, I mean, to the little lady that brings, or a child that brings one toy, to the business that gives 500, 600, 700 toys, it's all important. But the business community, I'm in the business community, network everybody, and it's just telling the story really and getting it out there, and it has grown. There was 53 businesses last year, as I say, and already this year we've got commitment from 40 businesses. But if there's any businesses out there, just contact Nigel at Peace of Mind, because the need is great. Next year's appeal will start on Monday the 8th of December after the toy celebration, which itself is an incredible occasion where we just bring everything together. But we couldn't do this without the people and the businesses and the people of Scarborough. And thank you for the support you're giving us, because that's really important as well.
Yeah, no, pleasure. And what is that feeling like when you see those gifts go out to all the different people?
Last year, I was on the Monday at Wesborough. That's the distribution day, and James gets the university, some of the university students there, and that was like, I'd never stayed to the end last year, and to see 35,000 toys like being distributed to all corners, well, 400 square miles, you know, it just not Scarborough now, it's down to Bransburton, up to Indwell, across to Castle Howard, and everything in between. So it's having massive impact. But to see that was fairly emotional. Yeah, it's fairly emotional.
And you have got quite an ambitious target, haven't you, this year?
Yes, I'm a very driven person, and it spurs me on. I want us to get 40,000 toys this year. And if we get 40,000 toys, somebody said last year, what sort of value is that? And I think if we get 40,000 toys, that'll be about £500,000 in value. But we're catering for 4,000 families. So one child doesn't get one toy. If it's 2 children in a family, they have enough toys to make their Christmas. So they get 5 or 6. And that's really important, because as a little boy, my parents didn't have a lot, but they made sure that we had a great Christmas. Yeah. And Christmas is all about caring, loving and sharing with each other, isn't it? And that's what this does for me, really.
And as you'll know more than anyone, probably, you know, a lot of people, they feel so under pressure at Christmas, don't they? And, you know, they might be really struggling financially, but they do all they can to create a nice Christmas, and that can leave them in a lot of debt, and it can end up, you know, backfiring. We get to January and you're full of regret and worry and concern. So for those families that are in that position, this is such a wonderful thing, isn't it?
It is, and 2 or 3 years ago we decided, right, okay, some of these kiddies don't have coats, so we started going into the realms of coats, and we get lots of support. Boys stores are really good to us, you know. They did a price match for us a couple of years ago, which was great, and so kiddies get clothes, they get sweets, they get, you know, things now, toiletry sets, you know, the basic commodities that you and I take for granted, some of these children don't have. And for me, you know, that's what drives me on. And we got a strap line, so 2 or 3 years, mission statements of some of the things now. So 2 or 3 years ago I said, right, what shall we, working together to make a difference in our community at Christmas, and that's all it's about, really.
All right, well done, and you know, hopefully lots of people will be dropping off lots of stuff at the different locations that they can.
Thank you, bless you, Paddy, thank you.
And that was Nigel Wood from Peace of Mind, who was one of a number of people I spoke to, a number of people who were involved in the Rotary Club of Scarborough's Christmas Toy Appeal for 2025. And if you want to get involved, you can drop off gifts at Peace of Mind Financial Solutions on Falsgrave Road in Scarborough, also Westborough Methodist Church on Westborough in Scarborough, also on Aberdeen Walk at Colin Ellis Property Services, and also Ellis Hay Estate Agents, both on Aberdeen Walk, also at Scarborough Rugby Club at Silveroyd on Scorby Road, and at St Cecilia's Nursing Home on Farley Road in Scarborough. And we've got an event on as well on Sunday the 7th of December. This is the Toy and Carol celebration. It's Sunday the 7th of December at 6 p.m. at Westborough Methodist Church. You can bring a new and unwrapped toy for a boy or girl aged between 0 and 17 at that event. And of course, all the gifts collected will be given to local underprivileged children this Christmas. So if you do want to find out more information, click features at thisisthecoast.co.uk. Now, with it being half term, it's great to save money, isn't it? And if you want to do some fun stuff with maybe your other half or with your kids, we've got some amazing suggestions for you. For example, right now, you can get half-price tickets for Scarborough Sea Life. We have individual tickets, just £11. You can also get family tickets for a family of 4 for just £42, saving £42. There's also Flamingo Land theme park and zoo admission passes available. You can enjoy a walk around Scamston Wall Garden and Grounds. You can also get £30 of food for just £15 for the Friendly Forester in Bridlington. Enjoy a family trip to Eden Camp for just £35. You can even save a huge £150 with bed and breakfast and dinner and Prosecco at Grand Villa Heights at Ravenscar. Also, a half-price 1-hour session for 2 kids at Bridlington Forum's Bounce Park. Check out the deals by clicking vouchers at thisisthecoast.co.uk and enjoy half-term, half-price.
Loving life in Yorkshire. This is the Coast.
The Yorkshire Coastcast. Loving life in Yorkshire. The people, the places. This is the Coast.
And you are listening to episode 37 of the Yorkshire Coastcast with me, Paddy, brought to you by This Is The Coast, the local commercial radio station for the Yorkshire Coast, and the radio station that at the moment is giving you the chance to win your wedding with Grand Villa Heights and Solara Shores at Ravenscar. More by clicking win at thisisthecoast.co.uk. Now, the future of the popular Scarborough Streets Festival has been secured following the successful application for significant funding by the Stephen Joseph Theatre. The theatre has teamed up with the Scarborough Fair and Scarborough Business Ambassadors to ensure the vibrant programme of arts and culture continues once the initial funding for the Scarborough Fair concludes in March next year. The SJT is set to receive a grant of £149,479 from Phase 2 of the Combined Authorities Vibrant and Sustainable High Streets Fund. This investment is designed to revitalise high streets across the region, supporting them to broaden their appeal to both residents and visitors. Caroline Routh, Chief Executive of the Stephen Joseph Theatre, outlined the scope of the partnership and the impact of the grant, noting the focus on local involvement and revitalising the town centre.
We've partnered with Scarborough Fair and with Scarborough Business Ambassadors and brilliantly got 150,000 from the combined authority. And it's supporting a lot of activity in and around the town centre, particularly at the times of year when there's maybe fewer people around, and we're trying to encourage people to come into the town centre a bit more. There's a focus on some extra activity in the Winter Lights Festival starting this year, and then some of the streets activities, which is the stuff that's out in the town centre, free for the public, free for residents, lots of performances and activities for people to get involved in.
Now, the Scarborough Streets programme is an extension of the Scarborough Fair and has been praised as one of its most successful strands, offering numerous free events for families and residents and drawing thousands of additional visitors to the town centre. Caroline emphasised the positive community response, citing previous successes.
We've just finished doing Autumn Streets, which was actually funded by the Combined Authority again, just to make that happen in October. And that was hugely popular, felt really buzzy, loads of people getting involved, loads of things for people to do. And I think that's been a real hit from the Scarborough Fair, getting stuff out there, getting people involved. It's been amazing to see how many artists and local people have really got behind these festivals because they feel it belongs to them.
She also further highlighted the successful coming together of the town's community and business sector.
One of the things I've really loved seeing most over the last couple of years, just people suddenly seeing what's possible. And the Autumn Streets Festival that's just happened, the number of businesses who got involved, either creating special offers or doing discounts that they could offer out to people when they came in to see some of the activities. It was brilliant. It felt like a real positive coming together of the town.
Julian Caddy, director of the Scarborough Fair, welcomed this decision, asserting that the funding is a game changer to help support both the creative and high street business economies when it is so urgently needed. Now, although the Scarborough Fair is responsible for programming the arts and culture, the SJT supports this initiative by providing support services. And Caroline says the existing Scarborough Fair team will continue to deliver the Streets Festival next year.
The Scarborough Fair people know exactly what they're doing, so they do all of the delivery. We provide a lot of support in terms of the venue itself, our marketing team, our box office team. We've hosted some meetings with businesses to help them develop offers around different activities. So it's that kind of thing that we do. We play to our strengths and we let the Scarborough Fair team play to theirs.
And crucially, the success of this programme is rooted in its focus on the local community rather than solely tourism. And Caroline underlines how important that is.
It does feel like it's a really positive story. It feels like it's great for the town centre. It's great for local artists because I know they get really involved. And I think for me, the really important thing, and I know it is for Julian and Catherine at Scarborough Fair as well, is that this does actually feel like it's really owned by the town and its residents. This is not something particularly aimed at the tourist market. This is aimed at the people of Scarborough and the residents and giving them stuff to do and them stuff to get involved in. And I think that's why it's been such a success.
And there have been, national acts who've come to Scarborough, maybe for the first time, to perform, but local involvement has been a big part of it as well. And Caroline adds that is really important for long-term viability.
There has been national press, there has been kind of like some high-profile acts, and that's been really positive. But the thing that I really love seeing is that local involvement, because I think if it doesn't come from within the town, if it doesn't start at the town and its residents and its locals, the national reputation will never sustain it. When they had the Scarborough Fringe and they do a series of awards at the end of it for everyone who's been involved in that, it was brilliant because some of the artists there were just standing up and going, this is our festival, this is something that we've created and we all now have to work together to make sure it can continue. And that, I think, is worth so much.
And we've got more on this story at thisisthecoast.co.uk in the Yorkshire Coast news section.
The Yorkshire Coastcast. Loving life in Yorkshire.
And this is episode 37 of the Yorkshire Coastcast from the team at This Is The Coast, the radio station giving you the chance to win your wedding at Granvilla Heights or Solara Shores at Ravenscar, worth £15,000. This incredible prize includes absolutely everything you need for an unforgettable celebration for 50-day and evening guests at your choice of 2 breathtaking venues, and you can choose any 2026 wedding date subject to availability. You get loads as well, free venue and ceremony hire, complimentary night before lodge stay, a luxury honeymoon suite on the night of the wedding, Arrival drinks reception, a 3-course wedding breakfast, Prosecco toast, table decor, magical mist experience, evening munchies, photo booth and popcorn cart, DJ entertainment, and a dedicated wedding coordinator, wedding manager and master of ceremonies. And you've got until the 9th of November to enter, so click win at thisisthecoast.co.uk. We'll round things up for episode 37 with a look at some of the upcoming events as we head into half-term and towards Halloween. The Music Port Festival is back at Whitby Pavilion this coming weekend, and they're celebrating 25 years of world music and culture. So it's going to be great. Also this weekend, Moonlight on the Lake is back at P-Zone Park, Friday night and Saturday night. There may well be 1 or 2 tickets left, but pretty much full. And also the Illuminated Abbey is back as well, and that is on until the start of November. So right across half-term week, it's always great. And we've been whatever the weather, you know, if it's been chucking it down and very windy, we've still gone. And the actors and actresses who perform there, doing those performances, those shows, are just fantastic. So, you know, it's great whatever the weather, but hopefully there'll be some decent weather for the Illuminated Abbey event. Also in half-term, on Sunday the 26th of October, Magic Mike's Not So Spooky Halloween show at Bridlington Spa at 2. You can join Magic Mike and Count Chocula for a magical panto-style show full of messy, ghostly fun for the whole family. On Monday the 27th, you've got Pirates of Buccaneer Bay at Whitby Pavilion at 2, packed with laughs, thrills and jaw-dropping surprises. On Tuesday the 28th, you've got a Halloween roller disco at Bridlington Spa with sessions at 4:30 and 6 p.m. The Talia Bow Foundation have a Halloween disco on Tuesday the 28th at Burniston and Cloughton Village Hall. That's a 3 o'clock start. More on that on the Talia Bow social media pages. On Wednesday the 29th, Magic Mike's Not So Spooky Halloween show is at Scarborough Spa at 2. On Thursday, Most Haunted, the stage show at Bridlington Spa just before Halloween. That'll be Thursday at 7:30, presented by Yvette Fielding with Carl Beattie and the Most Haunted team. There's also a children's Halloween disco at the Cask and Keg on the South Cliff in Scarborough near to Valley Bridge. That is Thursday, the 30th of October at 6 p.m. And on Halloween itself, we've got the Tomorrow's Ghost Festival at Whitby Pavilion, Goth Weekend, of course, a weekend of the finest goth music with some very special guests. So that's just some of what's coming up during half-term week. You can always find out more ideas by clicking local info and what's on at thisisthecoast.co.uk.
The Yorkshire Coastcast. The people, the places.
Well, that's it for episode 37. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you get your podcast from, and you'll be notified every time we do a new episode. Thanks for listening.
The Yorkshire Coastcast.
Loving life in Yorkshire.